Today we're going to be doing long division, and just like it says, long division. So don't get too upset that it's several steps in this problem, okay? So we're going to be dividing what we call polynomials. If you're asked to divide and you see a problem that has several terms in it, it's probably a polynomial. So if I'm given a function f of x equal 3x to the fourth power minus 5x to the third power plus 4x minus 6, and it asks me to divide it by another polynomial or trinomial or something. So for example, x squared minus 3x plus 5. They want me to divide those two. I want to consider it to be in descending order, but if you notice in our problem, we don't have a x squared. So we're going to put a 0 in that place. So just like if I had to divide, for example, 175 divided by 15, you know that you would take this and you will try to put it inside an old division symbol, putting the number in the front and the inside and the 15 on the outside. Similar, we're going to do this, set this up as such. So we'll have x squared minus 3x plus 5 divided into all this here, including our x squared. 3x to the fourth power minus 5x to the third plus 0x squared plus 4x minus 6. Now, don't forget we got this kind of close to each other, so I'm going to put it in a different color so you can see the divisor, which is called our quotient at the end. So, I asked myself, how many times, what would it take me to move from x squared to 3x to the fourth? Well, in order to do that, I would probably need a 3x squared. So, I need a 3x squared. I'm going to put it at the top. 3x squared, okay? 3x squared times x squared gives me 3x to the fourth. All you have to do is add the exponent. 2 plus 2 gave us 4. Then I said, well, how many times do x squared, the 3x squared, go on a negative 3x? 3 times 3 is negative 9, x to the third power. We have to take this 3x squared, we have to multiply it to every term. So 3 times 5 is 15, and you'll get 15x squared. Now, we didn't have to do subtract it. Because if we had 15 going to 17, that would be 1 time. And then we'll say 1 times 15, we'll subtract, we'll be left with 2. We need to subtract this whole expression to the above. So in doing so, we put our minus on the outside, which means we need to change every sign on the inside. That gives a negative here, a positive here, and a negative here. That changes all signs. So what we're doing is a negative 3x and a negative 3x to the fourth power and a positive 3x to the fourth power. They cancel out. We did have a negative 5 and a positive 9. We have to subtract. We'll get a plus 4x to the third power. We'll get 0x squared plus a negative 15x. We'll get a negative 15x squared. Okay? I'm going to give you, look at this example again, because when I subtracted 17 and 15, I got 2 left. But what did I do with the next number? I brought it down. So, same here, you will bring the next 2 numbers down, which is a positive 4x minus 6. Now, we're not done with this long division. It takes you taking this x squared and asking yourself, what would it take me to get to the 4x cubed? Well, I'm going to need a positive 4x squared. Okay? A positive 4x squared times x squared. No, I didn't need a positive 4x squared. I only needed a positive 4x. So I need a 1 there. Okay? So 4x to the first power times 4x to the second power. I'm going to add the exponents. I'm going to get 3. So I'll get a positive 4x to the third power. A positive 4x times the next term, which is a negative 3x, will give me a negative 12x squared. A positive 4x times 5, well, 4 and 5, it gives you 20. A positive 20x. And then you're going to take this whole expression and you're going to subtract. Okay? When you subtract the whole expression, you're going to change signs. That's going to give you a negative 4, a positive 12, a negative 20. Okay? I then go about subtracting it. I cancel out here. I'll say a positive 12 and a negative 15x squared. That'll give me a negative 3x squared. A positive 20, well, actually it's a negative 20 here. Negative 20 plus a positive 4, I'll get a negative 16x. And then, of course, I need to bring down my next term, which is a minus 6. Now, we're going to have to go about going, I missed a term, which is noted. All is okay. All is okay. How many times do x squared go into a negative 3x? Well, I just need a negative 3 now. Okay? A negative 3 times x squared, I'll get a negative 3x squared. A negative 3 times a negative 3x here, we'll get a positive 9x. A negative 3 times a negative 5, I'm going to get a negative 15. Again, I have to consider changing the sign because I need to subtract every term. That gives me a negative here, a negative here, and a positive here. I'll get to cancel out the 3x squared, a negative 16x, and a negative 9. I'll get a negative 25x. A negative 6 plus a positive 15, I'll get a positive 9. Okay? That would be my remainder. That's my big R. But in order to solve it by long division, you have to have it in the formula of the quotient plus the remainder all over the divisor. So my final answer would then be 3x squared plus 4x minus 3 plus my big remainder, which is a negative 25 plus 9, all over the divisor, which is x squared minus 3x plus 5. Final answer of this function. Now, don't forget to subscribe down below. See you next time.